At PAX East, I did not have the sleeve. I did have the tramp stamp Moogle.
But did you cosplay at all?
No.
Did you have any sort of Moogle paraphernalia on you at all at a past PAX East?
I don't remember. It was over 10 years ago.
Okay, well then never mind. I ran into a couple at PAX East. That one was a male Moogle, and the other was just another Moogle, just like another Moogle. And I was like, man, it would be weird because I obviously didn't register their faces long term, but we met them and we were just hanging out and we were just having a conversation because we were waiting on a panel. And I thought that would be a very fucking weird situation if.
Yeah, no, not me.
Yeah, no, because it's funny. Hupfen, you know Hupfen, right?
Yeah.
We're the same age, I believe. And that means we were almost in the exact same classes if I had just gone to the same college that she went to. Isn't that weird as fuck?
Oh, damn.
We were almost classmates.
So, yeah, the way the world works.
But, seriously, that is incredibly weird. Because Hupfen's incredibly smart and could have gone anywhere, but she had in-state tuition at a specific college where if I had in-state tuition, the scholarship they offered me would have been incredible, but it was not in-state tuition. And the scholarship they offered me was, as a result, not incredible. So I ended up not going to that college.
Mm-hmm.
But they offered me 50% in-state tuition as their scholarship. So I ended up going to the University of Cincinnati instead of that college. And I'm saying that college because I'm not sure how secretive Hupfen is about all that. But yeah, we very well could have been classmates because I know what her major was. And that was the major that I was going to take if I had gone to that college. So that's pretty fucking weird, right?
It is very small world.
Yeah, it's incredibly small world. We met via Rock Band Network. That was how we became friends. Not even because of our common majors or anything. That's how weird and small world it is. Anyway, I'm going to be right back.
I mean, you are certainly welcome to hang out in voice chat here, if you are willing to talk about beginning Worlds Collide stuff.
I would love to.
Perfect.
All right, but I am going to be right back because I've had to use the restroom for the last 45 minutes.
Cool.
Be right back.
Yep. Just real quick, because I start off all of my Moogle's First Seeds this way. I am going to talk about the flags that I've picked just a little bit. So I need to do that. Can you actually display capture the right thing, please? Thank you. So for those of you who don't know, this is Worlds Collide. What I'm doing is I'm recording a series of sort of introductory videos that I'm calling Moogle's First Seed, even though these are multiple seeds. So you have multiple Moogle's First Seeds. Anyway, so what I have here, for my flags, I'm doing a 7-10 4 seed, so I need to find 7 characters, 10 espers, and defeat 4 dragons before I can defeat Final Kefka. My starting characters are 2 random characters. The first time I did it, it was 2 random non-Gogo Umaro characters. That's one of the ways that I have sort of turned up the possible difficulty a little bit. We still have start average level and equipable Umaro. Lures and rages are random. We have for our commands, they are all random unique commands. So who knows what commands we will have. So that means I will have to be willing to adjust as I gather new characters. The experience, magic points, and gold multipliers are 3, 5, 5. That's still pretty standard. It's the same as the first set of Moogle's First Seed. I turned up the enemy scaling to progress times 3 from progress times 2. That means the enemies are going to be gaining levels faster than they were in the first seed. This is a bit of a double-edged sword for me. So the enemies are going to get stronger, but so that makes them harder for me to fight. But when I defeat enemies, every level they have is going to give me more XP, so I can get more levels. So it becomes a very much of a double-edged sword there, and just something I have to keep balanced. The enemy abilities are going to be scaled by element, just meaning if I hit Flame Eater when Flame Eater's level 3, it's going to be using like Fire 1. If I hit it while Flame Eater is level 50, it's going to be using Fire 3 and Merton and Flare Star. I have turned on the max scale level to 99, just so that I cannot keep doing checks looking for things without there being a consequence for that. The 8 dragons will scale to my levels, but the final battle will not. Bosses are shuffled. And then our random encounters are random plus 20% bosses, and fixed encounters are also random plus 20% bosses. This means I could encounter things like Goddess or Poltergeist or Phantom Train multiple times in the seed. Could be fun. Magic with the Espers, their spells and bonuses are shuffled around. They can be equipped by everyone, and multi-summon is on. Natural magic is randomized levels, randomized spells, and random who it is on. Items, I am doing a setting called random tiered for both shops and chests. What that means is that each item is given a tier, I think, between 1 and 5, and things that are in lower tiers are more likely to appear. I can still find things like Illuminas in chests and shops, but it is much less likely than for me to find, say, a potion. And that is the main bit of those flags. So I'm now going to transition back here. Close that out. Yoink. Come back here. And I am going to get started once I find everything I need. All right, cool.
I'm back, by the way.
Welcome back. We are just starting. I am starting off with Edgar and Cyan. Those are actually 2 characters I'm pretty happy to start off any seed with.
This is character gated, right?
This is character gated.
That's a great start.
Edgar has Control and Cyan has Runic. Control.
Oh my gosh.
Control actually has some niche uses.
Specifically with trap chests.
Yes. And Runic is a way better ability than people give it credit for.
Mm-hmm.
So just like basically any seed where I don't start with Terra, I go through and I set my configuration, and then I land right outside of Narsh and see what I can find in these chests and these shops.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. With Control, I might actually try that trap chest, because there's a good chance I can control it.
Yeah, if you can control it, especially if it's Presenter or if it's Katana Soul, then you can control it and make it kill itself.
It is Gigantos. Whoops.
That's not a great one.
Nope, and I don't think I'm going to survive. And
you
control miss.
Probably are not going to survive.
So we're just going to reset out of that.
I would reset. Gigantos is amazing because it is the highest experience points per monster in the game. But if you don't have a way to deter physical damage, like a Fenrir or a Phantom, at early levels, it's really, really difficult to kill.
Yeah. Because he does 4 physical attacks per round.
Yeah, and he opens. The important part is he opens with like 2 throat jabs and a regular attack. So throat jab being a multiple of a base physical attack that ignores defense, I believe.
It's a rough It's rough.
No, it hurts a lot. I don't remember why exactly it hurts a lot, but I know it hurts a lot. But that's the thing, is if you have like a Mirage Vest, then it'll, I mean, your Mirage Vest inflicts the image status on you. And so if you have the Mirage Vest, you have the possibility of dodging the first couple, and then you can maybe get it. I saw you got that wing edge there. That's a big deal.
Yep, wing edge. I mean, it's effectively just a stat stick, but you know what? I'm going to take a stat stick at this point.
Also, it has the chance to proc an insta-kill.
Yes, which, funny enough, that is actually a... Well, it looks like no one can equip it.
Well, that's a bummer. I mean, yeah, no, it can be a bad thing sometimes too, but it can also be an incredibly good thing sometimes.
Yes. So the... Sorry, I got a little distracted in myself there.
No, I saw what that was in that shop, and I would be distracted as well.
Yep. So I always buy warp stones early. There are usually about 5 checks per seed that I want to use a warp stone on to get out of. So that's the number that I buy. Ooh.
Beads.
Beads are okay. There's something that I would definitely like not be adverse to if I picked it up in a chest, but I'm not going to go out of my way right now to purchase
Air
it.
Anchor is Edgar vanilla?
Nope.
Bummer.
Edgar has control. Cyan has runic.
Air Anchor is a big deal if you find a tools character, though.
Yep, it does proc that instant death, but not immediately. It procs on that monster's next turn for reasons. I don't know why. I don't know why it does it that way.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting, but so what is your progress?
It is
on?
progress times 3.
Oh, so free checks can be very...
Free checks are a double-edged sword.
Hashtag interesting. But you have Edgar, which means you have half price shops here in Figaro Castle, and also half price shops at South Figaro. Ooh, that's good.
Yep, in the Genji glove, we'll certainly take that. Nothing here is particularly interesting. I'll buy a couple of Revivifies and a couple of green cherries just in case something weird comes up, but in this random tiered setting, I tend to find in chests more of those status curing things, so I'm less worried about them. I'll buy a few tents.
I mean, that is half price tents. You can't overlook that.
Yep, no, I bought 4 of them. I was really hoping for sleeping bags, but
yeah,
I'll certainly take those. Yeah. So
do these flags have experience split on?
No, that is one of the ones that I didn't want to change too much for Moogle's second seed, so to speak.
Okay, well, that's interesting, because sleeping bags become a little bit more exciting if you are trying to level up specific characters.
True. I just find sleeping bags faster than tents, which is why I like them. Because, and this is something that I do sort of disclaimer at the beginning of all of these instructional videos. I come at this sort of from a racing perspective. And the people that I tend to have talking with me don't come at it from that perspective.
Yeah, you got that right.
So I've had you for this one now, and then I've had Vamp for the last 2, who just tends to 100% seeds because he wants to.
Oh, man. Okay. Ooh, the drill.
Drill is, I believe, 197 power, defense ignoring attack if you have a tools user.
You just gotta find that tools user.
Of course, because we have all of these fantastic tools available to us, we will not find a single tool user this seed.
That's usually how it works, yeah.
Let's see. The sneak ring isn't useful. Trident. Titanium is actually a really interesting set of equipment. It's all of the imp equipment, which has its uses and can really give you a lot of defense and absorb water.
If
you're an imp.
You can, the one that I have found is the tortoise shield actually is super helpful even if you're not an imp.
Yes.
The tortoise shield is basically like a bad force shield, but even a bad force shield can be good if you're hard up for good equipment. Tortoise shield can get you past some stuff.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any stuff here that I'm ever unhappy to see. Even if it's not something I'm going to use, I'm going to sell it and turn it into something I will use.
Right, yeah, no, like there's so much, especially after the flag change, or not the flag change, but the logic change that allows you to do World of Balance, South Figaro, and World of Ruin, South Figaro as 2 separate looting checks.
Yeah, at least all the chests that are outdoors.
Yeah, all the chests that are outdoors and all of the... ooh, my God, you better find a tools user ASAP.
I am finding all of the good tools. I will not find a tools user this seed. That's just how this goes.
I believe, Ravlin. I believe.
So interestingly, I actually really like the sniper sight. Is that something you use often?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was a good find.
Oh, Excalibur. I will save scum, and if I need a sniper sight, I'll use it, but I won't preemptively equip it. Like if I run into, oh my goodness.
Well,
holy
then.
mackerel. Anyway, as I was saying, if I need it, I'll equip it, but usually I can save scum my way through it. But that Ragnarok was a good find.
Right?
I don't remember the last seed I had a Ragnarok.
So both the Ragnarok and the Excalibur are very good swords. The Excalibur is a sword that I will tell people is not as good as you think it is.
Because it's not?
Because if the Ragnarok and the Illumina didn't exist, the Excalibur would be the best sword by a mile.
Yeah. I mean, I would go with the Falchion, maybe.
Over an Excalibur?
Well, because of the bosses.
That's true. The Excalibur is Pearl Elemental, which is, I'm going to be saying this a lot this time, is a double-edged sword.
Yeah, that Pearl Elemental, it can be good until it's not good, at which point it is incredibly bad.
It is.
You have a lot of bosses in this game that either take 0 damage or absorb Pearl Elemental.
Yeah, it's real good until you heal the enemy for 4K.
Yeah, Flame Eater is one of those surprisingly hard bosses because things like the Greatest and the Dragon Claw and the Excalibur actually heal it instead of doing damage to it. In vanilla, Flame Eater is not bad because they sell ice rods right outside of the Flame Eater. But in Randomizer, you end up with things like Excalibur and the Illumina, and you're like, oh, everything's going to be free from here on out. Unfortunately, the Illumina seems to proc basically every single time that you fight the Flame Eater. This is really good. The X potions for half price is awesome.
Yes. One thing I have learned is you cannot count on having healing in free Worlds Collide seeds.
Right.
So grabbing some of those while they're available.
Yep. In general, Greatest Dragon Claw, I tend to just not even bother, and I just sell them for money. Excalibur I'll keep because it is pretty damn good. But Greatest and Dragonclaw as Pearl Elemental weapons, I just sell them. I just straight up sell them. I don't even try.
Ugh, coming all that way for an empty barrel.
That sucks.
I
mean, that's fine.
I like irrationally hate empty chests. I'm not even sure why it bothers me so much, but it really does.
I mean, how many are there in a seed? Like 4? 5?
So if it's truly shuffled, and there's
if
no
it's
like,
shuffled, I
if
guess.
there's no like plus 20% or anything, it would be equal to the number of chests in Phoenix Cave.
Not quite all of them, but most of the chests in Phoenix Caves are empty.
Yep.
So you're still level 3, which means you have not even hit any fights up. And I think that kind of illustrates the beginning of Worlds Collide seeds a lot of the time.
Yeah. I usually am, looking to get enough stuff together so that I'm prepared for whatever comes my way.
There's a Rage Ring, which is kind of a big deal. Rage Ring is an Umaro exclusive in vanilla, but in Randomizer it's a big deal because it gives you the Absorb Fire ability. So you get the wonderful ability to take a Fire 2 or a Fire 3 that gets leveled at you, or a Blaze, and you absorb it instead of taking a bunch of damage. Ooh, and a Dow Robe is actually also very good if you can get a character that equips it.
That has a lot of stats that are good for casters, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's not really where my character's strengths lie at the moment, but
even so, it's not an early level. Like you're gonna easily replace it for like a leather armor or a mithril vest or something like that.
Yeah. So actually,
not a gold armor. Well, maybe a gold armor actually. You just because it adds a magic evade, so you might want it over like something like a gold armor.
True.
Oh, Ragnarok Excalibur is certainly a thing. That is a lot of damage.
It is, and that's what I'm really hoping is going to get me through whatever the boss is going to be here at Doma Castle.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look like Cyan can equip the Dow Robe, because it does give you magic evade.
All right, so it's not a character. We'll see what this ends up giving me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This feels very doable.
This feels incredibly doable. Unfortunately, you don't have any Espers yet, so you can't get that critical off of the Ragnarok using your MP, which I think is a bit of a bummer. But you still have the possibility of proccing a flare off of it. That tentacle is very encouraging, by the way.
Yeah, tentacle is always one of those abilities that I sort of clench a little bit because it can either do nothing, or every so often you'll be like, that tentacle just killed me and I don't know why.
Yep. Tentacle is a problem a lot of the times. It's just one of those hard physical attacks. It can't be blocked by Fenrir, and it can't be blocked by Phantom, which means like Invis and Blink. For some reason, Tentacle still hits you. So there's a lot.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, there's the flare. There's the flare. That's what you want to see when you have a Ragnarok, especially when you can't auto crit. And Lodestone is another one that you like to see because you know it can't kill you. And that's a second flare proc. Holy crap. This has got to do it, right?
Oh, good. I'm like, I don't really have healing for this, so.
Yeah, no, like I was going to say, that's got to do it.
All right, what you going to give me?
And everybody, I'm actually like 3 or 4 seconds behind Ravlin's inputs, so.
Unicorn gives me life 2, remedy.
I mean,
Those are utility right there.
Yep.
Life 2's good.
Yes.
Life 2's good as hell. Oh, so you actually loot Doma after doing this?
So not typically, but because this is a learning seed, I do want to point out that there are a few chests in here.
Oh, that enhancer!
The enhancer is, aside from Ragnarok and Illumina, probably the best sword for anyone you want to be casting magic spells.
Enhancers are good. Yeah, I usually wait until Doma Dream to loot those. That Blizzard Orb you just got is another big deal. It's another, and I talked about Rage Ring earlier, but Blizzard Orb is another Umaro specific item in vanilla, but in Randomizer it actually gives you nullify. It gives you nullify fire damage, and it also boosts your magic power by 5, which is like really, really good.
It's a little ridiculous for what it is.
Yeah, if you can get like earrings, Blizzard Orb, enhancer on one character, like that's a pretty big deal. And Umaro, do you have equipable Umaro in these flags?
I do. I particularly here do want to show people that Umaro is a valuable addition to the party, and equipable Umaro is one of the easiest ways to do that.
Yes, equipable Umaro is amazing, even if you don't want to use Umaro in your party, because Umaro comes with a bone club, and even more importantly, it comes with a snow muffler, one of the best armors in the whole game. And if you have equipable Umaro, you can just take it right off of him. And that snow muffler is going to give you absorb ice and 50% fire, as well as the best physical defense that you can find in an armor in the game.
Yep. With the snow muffler on, it is in fact very easy to max out your physical defense, and you will end up taking a single damage if you're in the front row, or 0 damage if you're in the back row.
Mm-hmm. Snow Muffler is really good. In vanilla, only Mog and Gao and Umaro can equip it. I don't know why Gao, but Mog can equip it, and Umaro in vanilla, since you can't access Umaro's equip menu, you may never realize that Umaro has a Snow Muffler on. But in Randomizer, it opens that up, and if you have equipable Umaro, even if you don't want Umaro in your party, you get that Snow Muffler if you unequip him, which is a big deal. A huge deal sometimes.
Oh, this is a Skull Dragon. This, once again, feels entirely doable. Just to
I would say that's doable, yeah.
Just to explain my thought process a little bit here. So I went for leader first, or the Doma Castle and World of Balance check, because it's very, very quick. It's...
That's not good.
All right, Edgar.
Oh, no!
So, like I was saying, I went to the World of Balance because I knew that check would be very quick. If it was going to be a nasty boss, I could just reset out of there or just take the wipe and move on, and that's not a problem. I'm now doing Mount Zozo in the World of Ruin because that is a free check. There are no required bosses. Lord Almighty.
Oh,
Ooh.
this is bad news.
But the miss.
That's
But
lucky. That's lucky.
Mount Zozo here does have a dragon spot. And the
Yep.
reason that I'm actually taking this, I wanted to see what this dragon was if it was an easy dragon, like perhaps the Skull Dragon.
Or the Gold Dragon.
I felt that I was going to be able to take this out, and this is going to give me quite a bit of experience. It's going to have Edgar learn quite a few of the spells from the Esper he has equipped. And it's going to give me a rare item reward at the end, in addition to what the dragon normally drops.
Which this Skull Dragon gives you a Force Armor, I believe? Uh-oh.
Okay, well then.
I saw atomic. Why did he use atomic ray? Does he usually use atomic ray?
That must mean that he uses some sort of fire elemental.
I'm okay.
Normally.
I mean, I thought you had that with the disaster miss, but
So, knowing
does he use elf fire usually?
it might be that.
I think in vanilla he uses elf fire.
Wow, neither of my guys can use.
No!
Do I have
What a bummer.
anything else that will help it with fire? I don't think so.
Man, I was expecting you to use that information that we just gathered from the Blizzard Orb or the Rage Ring.
I know, right?
But apparently neither of your characters can use that. That sucks a lot.
Yep. So I'm gonna keep on heading through. If there's a character here and they can equip the one of those items, I will give it a shot. Also, that fire rod makes it possible, and that is a shadow.
Ooh, shadow opens up a lot of checks too if you are brave enough to do the floating continent.
The floating continent does reward you with 3 checks, but there is 1, 2, 3 required fights, 1, 2, 3, 4 required bosses, and then an additional 3 required fights. There's a lot going on there.
Which, I mean, you get 3 fights before the boss, the first boss on the way to floating continent, which means you get the opportunity to level up your characters. He has jump.
He does, and he can equip that gold lance.
And can he equip the Blizzard Orb or the Rage Ring? That's the big question.
Nope.
Well, personally here I would reset because of progress times 3.
So
but I don't know if you can do whatever you want.
I actually tend to go the opposite direction. You know, I'm level 9. If I were still level 3, I probably would. I would have considered resetting. But because I'm level 9, I've got a few levels under my belt, and this opens up some more checks for me. I'm a little bit more willing to keep him.
Yeah, Shadow opens up a lot. I mean, the thing is, Shadow opens up a lot of checks, but only one of because I'm sure you're gonna save scum the Gal Manor here.
Yeah.
If it's an equipment, this is a coup.
Okay, nothing important at that shop.
Oh, the rename cards. I'm assuming you have random Coliseum.
Ooh, Tritalk gets me a cure spell, though.
That's hard. That's a tough call.
I'm going to keep it. I might regret it.
Yeah, this is a progress times 3 tells me that you may regret that, but I hope you don't regret it. Let's look for a tunnel armor at the Cave on the Veldt.
Yes, Cave on... So the real options here are Cave on the Veldt or starting to do Edgar's Tentacles check. Yep. Cave on the Veldt is going to be quicker.
Yeah, Cave on the Veldt is a lot lower risk. The Tentacles check that Edgar does in the World of Ruin is a long dungeon with no save points. I hate doing it unless I'm sure I'm going to succeed.
I mean, welcome to Randos. You're never really sure.
You're never really sure, but you want to minimize your risk. Also, this cave has a trap chest in it.
That I regularly forget exists.
Yeah, it's good. The vanilla is the presenter, I believe. Or no, it's the aloe vera. PM Stalker is good. This is actually a good way to get experience without boosting your enemies' levels. PM Stalker being one of the easier. If you can one-shot each of the PM Stalkers, it's an incredibly low risk fight. The problem is if you can't one-shot the PM Stalkers, they use Drain, which in Final Fantasy VI, Drain being limited to the amount of HP you're missing. But the PM Stalkers, if they're missing whatever you hit them for, if you don't one-shot them, they can do a lot of damage with Drain. But as you saw, Ravlin took care of that pretty quickly.
Yep. This dungeon also has some decent treasure chests.
That Atlas armlet, though.
I will certainly take that. And what do I have? I have an Esper. Again, I'm okay with this because I'm getting some battles. I'm going to almost certainly get some XP from this fight here.
Yeah, no, that PM Stalker seriously helped this check a lot.
Yeah, those extra 2
a
levels.
A lot of the trap chests, monster in a boxes, will not give you experience, but the PM Stalkers do. And that's a big, big, big deal. Edgar getting that Atlas armlet is probably going to win you this fight.
I hope so.
And unless it's a really rude fight, I have full faith that that Atlas armlet is going to win you this fight.
Yep. So the Atlas armlet is it just increases your physical damage or your fight command. I mean, it's really simple in what it does, but it's effective at it.
Yeah, it's a 50% increase. Oh, this is great.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact increase off the top of my head.
This is a great find, though. Anything split 3 ways is... Oh, and the flare proc. Yeah, Air Force is good because all you need to do is kill the middle section and it will destroy the whole boss. And since the HP, it's not evenly split 3 ways, but it is split 3 ways.
Ooh, that means diffuser.
Oh. Diffuser is not great.
Into Atomic Ray.
Oh, but he can't equip the Blizzard Orb or Rage Ring. Oh boy.
No. So I'm gonna try that again. With Cyan, I am going to runic because I think some of those things can be runicked.
I think Diffuser can be runicked.
So runic is one of the better defensive abilities in the game. It's one of those that's actually super overlooked.
Yeah, but when I first started playing Worlds Collide, I didn't think runic was that big of a deal. But you can runic a lot more things than you think you can.
You also need to be careful because it will runic things that you cast. So, like, if you use a rod, as an example, it will runic the rod.
Yep. I believe Diffuser is runicable, but I'm not 100 on that.
It is worth a shot. It's also possible that they will choose to do something other than one of those abilities. So
I mean, but that's a win regardless.
Right.
If they don't use Diffuser, that's totally fine.
And there goes Atomic Ray. Runicked away.
Runic gets Atomic Ray. That would have been a party wipe. But because of Runic, it was not. Yo, Edgar, just fucking go for it, dude. Like,
just go off.
Just go for it, dude. Yo, that missile's lucky. And there's a Runic.
Ugh, launcher's not very good.
Launcher is bad. Launcher is not good. But the critical... something about Runic, where if they have not runicked yet, queuing up another Runic will actually... Yo, Diffuser does get Runic. Sick. Okay, cool. Queuing up another Runic means... That is rude as hell, by the way. What? Anyway, if you queue up another Runic...
Oh my god. Please let this one be it.
If this is it, I'm gonna pop off, by the way. I just want you to know that.
Damn.
Yeah, no. Queuing up a Runic, if you already have Runicked and it has not been used, then the time between you queuing up the Runic and the Runic going off cancels out the previous Runic. So if you want to just keep that Runic up, you can past the turn of the runicking character, and that runic will stay up as long as you have not queued up another command for the runicking character.
Yeah. I'm going to give this one more shot before we
worth
abandon it.
That double diffuser was garbage, and it's not going to happen every time. So I believe. But that double diffuser was garbage. I think we can all agree.
So, and I'm actually going to try using this fire rod.
That's not a bad idea. Thunder Rod would be better, but Fire Rod is good.
Yep, okay, that was decent damage. And I don't get the runic off before diffuser.
Ugh.
Rude.
That's incredibly rude.
All right, looks like we're just going to have to go try something else.
Yeah. Air Force can be really, really good, but if the diffuser happens, then it's tough to deal with. Diffuser is one of those abilities, especially, and Atomic Ray. Diffuser and Atomic Ray are both really, really rude if you don't have a means to deal with. And again, that's just unlucky because the Rage Ring and the Blizzard Orb would both be very helpful in those situations.
Yeah, perfectly acceptable ways of dealing with that situation.
Yeah. So, given Cyan and Edgar and Shadow, at this point, yeah, I mean, you got to go with Tentacles. Got to go with Tentacles check. Did you check the South Figaro World of Ruin shops?
Yep. I
Okay.
was not particularly impressed by anything.
Because we saw enhancers, but until we actually get magic, who cares about enhancers? Again, that rename card. Like, why can't I find rename cards in my seeds where I have original rewards in the Coliseum?
Remind me what the rename card bets into.
Marvel shoes?
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's really good. But I can never seem to find rename cards in my seeds. But you found them for sale, and you just found one in a treasure chest right there.
Yep. This might be I might end up checking the Coliseum to see if I can get anything decent there.
Yeah, I mean, that's if you have a bunch of dumb items you don't plan on using, like, you might as well check. I'm assuming you have random.
Yep.
On random opponents, random rewards.
Yep. That's another Dow robe.
Yeah. Gosh, and a debilitator.
And just because I am still looking
Ooh.
for stuff, I am going to go out of my way and check this chest, which is something.
Oh,
Which is
I always do this. I always do this chest.
That
Zephyr Cape is pretty good.
That is a chest I didn't know existed until I played the randomizer.
Zephyr Cape is a good item. It gives plus 10% evade, plus 10% M evade, I believe. And plus it also dodges random attacks. So it's just a lot. Dotaloom is a beatable boss.
Yep.
Especially if you're going to proc that flare on first try.
Hey, I'd rather be lucky than good.
1,000 from that procced flare. That's fantastic.
That already put him into
already-
his tonic phase.
He's already in his tonic phase. Oh, it's a potion. All right. We only got one potion. It's not a big deal. Jump doesn't care about your safe, dude.
Jump doesn't care about your feelings.
Jump doesn't care about your feelings. The thing you're really worried about here is Dotaloom is starting to throw like mithril knives or whatever. But I don't think you're going to have to worry about that because he's going to be dead before... Oh, Iron Fists. I still think he's going to be dead before anything matters. I think Shadow's going to jump down here and he's going to kill him.
No, but I think the flare proc I just got, well...
the flare proc is almost definitely going to kill him.
There we go.
Nice. You don't like to see the Iron Fist, but it's better than him starting to throw Mithril Knives and Dirks.
Yeah.
Which he will do, and it will kill you. Also, almost 5,000 experience points here. That's pretty darn good.
That is an Esper.
Ooh, Golem. Hello. What does it teach you?
Merton. And magic power +1.
Oh my goodness, what an and Pearl? What an Esper. That's you can't really ask for much better than that.
Yep, so that's going to go on Shadow. Shadow, I believe, of these three has the highest natural magic stat.
Oh, does he? I usually think of Shadow as a Vigor kind of character, but
compared to Edgar and Cyan. I mean, Cyan has the lowest. And Edgar's
Cyan
is
definitely has the lowest. I just didn't know about Edgar.
So Edgar's, if we take off the
That's true.
his magic power is 29, only one better than Cyan. So
yeah, I mean, plus you have the assurance that Edgar can equip heavy knight swords.
Correct.
Because I'm assuming you're doing original plus 20 or
original plus random.
Plus random
for equipment. Yeah.
So Edgar will 100% always be able to equip things like the Ragnarok and Illumina and the Excalibur, which that's one of the big draws of Edgar in the randomizer if you use those flags. You just know he's got the ability to equip basically everything that you want except for like the Minerva.
And with the plus random, might get the Minerva as well.
Also, yeah, and also might get the Cat Hood, which have you run into the Cat Hood in your
at least once, but just a reminder, the Cat Hood halves fire, ice, and lightning damage. It doubles all gold that you pick up.
Yeah, it's funny because you would expect something that doubles all the gold you pick up to have downsides, but it just doesn't really have any downsides.
Yeah, it has all of these things, and then it has good stats as well.
Not only is it the best helmet in the game, it also doubles the gold you get. So, I mean, it's one of those things that you only get, I think, via the Coliseum in vanilla.
I'm not sure if that's how you get it, but I seem to remember in vanilla there's only one and only Realm can equip it.
Yeah, only Realm can equip it. But in the randomizer, if you use the correct flags, that allows... There's another debilitator. If you have original plus random, who knows who could equip it. Telstar. So here's a green beret if you want it.
I mean, I'm here... I've already started the battle. I might as well just kill it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this is one of those that doesn't give you experience points.
I believe this is normally in the Imperial base during Sabin's scenario.
That is correct.
See, one of the reasons why I like playing randomizers is it lets me use all of this random esoteric knowledge I have about a specific game to do something.
Exactly.
Who cares that a Telstar is found in the Imperial camp? Well, you know what? I kind of care right now.
It was funny that sometimes, like, somebody in my chat was like, how do you know that that gives you a green beret? It's like, 'cause I've played a lot of this game, dude. There's an item in that pot upstairs, by the way.
I will grab that. We just got Fenrir and Golem.
That's some calmness defense if I've ever seen it.
And strength +2. So Edgar's just going to sit on that for a while.
And quick, which may be relevant depending on what the items you get later are.
Yep.
Nice elixir.
Yep. So there is a dragon here. I'm kind of tempted to save out here and go back in and try to fight it.
I mean, if it's Gold Dragon, you're fine. I don't know why Gold Dragon is in Kefka's Tower. It's the, in my opinion, freest dragon that there is in this game. But it's in Kefka's Tower, and it's like big, oh my god attack is just Bolt 3.
And since we have scale element, it's almost certainly only going to be using bolt 1.
Right. At most, it's going to use that gigavolt.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you.
It doesn't want anything to do with you, dude.
Storm Dragon is
Oh, that's
possibly
not great. That's not great. Yeah. Wow.
I'm just going to let it kill me.
That opening wind slash was not super good for you.
Nope.
Okay, well, Storm Dragon is one of the worst dragons.
We were hoping for something kind. That's not what we found.
Yeah, we were hoping for, like, Gold Dragon or... I mean, you already did Skull Dragon.
I tried Skull Dragon. I did not successfully complete. Let's be clear here.
Because of the atomic ray that it did. Yeah. No, Storm Dragon's one of the worst dragons, for sure. Especially with element scale.
Yeah, partially because the wind element is not something that you commonly have like a lot of defense against.
Yep. And if you have like powerful attacks like Merton or Arrow, Storm Dragon absorbs those. Spectre is cool. It gives you a hyper wrist if you are able to kill it.
Yeah.
And hyper wrist is really good for certain characters, including whoever you get that eventually is going to have sword tech.
If I even get sword tech.
I hope you do, because you just got a free hyper wrist, and hyper wrist is a really good relic for whoever has sword tech.
While we're here, I'm also going to check these Figaro shops in the castle. They might have something good.
It's also good for tools users, isn't it?
Depends on the tool.
Doesn't drill use vigor?
Drill, auto crossbow, and chainsaw use vigor. Flash, and to a lesser
magic, yeah.
And bioblaster, but who cares about bioblaster?
Yeah, no. The only tools I really care about are typically drill and noise blaster. And I mean, if I get air anchor and debilitator, that's fine. Oh, so you just bought 3 name cards but you do have random.
Yep, you are here, so I'm going to check on the
you might as well check, because what if it's amazing?
Yep.
Rename cards are so cheap that like you might as well. And we have half price because Edgar's on the front of your party here, so you might as well just stock up. Just remember, Edgar needs to be at the front of your party to get that discount.
Yes, if he's not up front, they will still give you that dialogue box, but charge you full price.
Yup.
Oops, too far. So part of the idea with Moogle's First Seed, especially beyond the first one, is you can watch the video and play along at the same time, or you can watch the video and learn from me and do it better.
Really want to commend you for not saving before taking flight in that airship, dude. I just think that's a really good way to just show off the swag, and that you're not afraid of the Doomgaze fight.
All right, let's see. So the
rename card is typically in vanilla. The rename card will give you Marvel shoes. Ludo armor is a beatable fight here, and X potion is like it's gonna cost a lot more than the rename. Oh, shrapnel. Okay, well, I mean, there you go. That's the flags you're running.
Yep. So the other thing I'm gonna check is I do have 3 debilitators.
Yeah, you might as well bet one, right?
Yep. Just gonna get my man back up.
Yeah, I mean, you have 31 Phoenix Downs. You might as well. Yeah. Duplicates are good to bet at the Coliseum because, like, what else are you gonna do with it? Sell it?
Okay, if I can turn this into a couple of XP eggs, I will 100% do that.
And do you have Everybody Learns Rages?
Yes.
So Gold Bear is a very good rage.
I believe it's second to Cat Scrat, or to Stray Cat.
Yeah. It does Gouge, which is a very strong physical attack for rage. And conveniently enough, it's not very strong. So this is a huge find, Ravlin. I don't know.
I will
I would
also.
have normally not done this, but it's really great that you did because, oh my gosh.
This is the first time I have ever checked the Coliseum in Worlds Collide.
Really?
Yep.
It can be super worth it sometimes, as you are observing right now.
Well, so I am just going to put on a couple of XP eggs here.
Yeah, it seems like the play.
So, just to... Whoops. Missed. Just to make it clear, the Coliseum in this particular set of flags is the reward is random and what you fight is random. So it's a risky play, but it has the possibility of paying off.
Yeah, no, if you have a bunch of weird items that you don't know what you're gonna do with anyway, like it's worth. If you're at a point where you're just like, man, I've been at this for 48 minutes and I still only have 3 characters, it's worth just going and seeing if you can get some sick gear, because it's going to make the rest of your seed a lot easier if you can get something like experience eggs where you're just gonna go off at this point. And like, so what? You lost your debilitators? Experience eggs sell for like 30,000+ gold, depending on what your flags are. Debilitators sell for like what, like 4,800 gold?
Yeah, something along those lines.
You can do a serious upgrade at the Coliseum, and it takes very little time to check. So, like, you might as well go.
I suppose I can just get leader here. That's fine.
Yeah, no, leader's okay. I would take leader basically anywhere.
So one of the things to note, particularly with this set of flags, is the normalize and distort enemy stats. It in particular affects these lower level, like lower difficulty bosses far more than anything else.
You believe Shadow just fucking destroyed leader here? I'm sorry, I shouldn't drop F-bombs here. My bad.
To the point where, like, I have seen leader at the end of a seed drop my character for 6k with that axe.
Oh yeah, no. Axe ignores defense, if I'm correct. If I am remembering this correctly.
I'm not sure what it does because I have never cared to learn it before now.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure Axe ignores defense, so it really doesn't care what your defense is.
But, you know, blocking also doesn't care what you're trying to do.
Yeah. This is... He has a lot more HP here than I thought he would. Interceptor has really, really shown up during that fight.
Interceptor has entered the building, and that gets me an Aura Lance.
That's really, really, really good. That's a coup right there. Not only do you get a great piece of equipment, you also get experience without leveling up your opponents, because that is not a required item. And so with progress ×3, it does not scale your opponents there. So that's a big deal. And you notice he just, you'll go ahead.
I was just going to say, I put it on Shadow because he has jump, and that jump is going to double the damage of that Aura Lance.
I was going to point out that you saved in a different slot.
Oh, 100%. Always save in multiple slots. I'm going to say this again for the people who didn't hear it the first time. Always save in multiple spots.
Especially in places like the Doma Dream, the Phantom Train, Leet River, because if you don't save in multiple slots, you may find yourself stuck in those places. It is very important at places like the Doma Dream, Leet River, and Vector, the minecart area of Vector is another one where you can get stuck because you've saved over your save point. You can't warp stone out of it. You're basically stuck there. I've lost entire seeds to accidentally saving over my save point at a place where I couldn't warp stone out.
So, yeah, there are people, and this is something I learned playing Free Enterprise, who will, every time they save in a different slot.
I'm trying to get into that habit. It's helpful even if you are like doing something that's not going to soft lock you. Like if you walk up Narsh to check up on what the Lone Wolf check is, or if you're checking what the Tritok check is at Narsh, there's a save point right before it, and you can easily save in a different spot there. And if it's not good, then you can just reset, and you don't have to deal with the consequences of taking that check.
That's a vanilla Rexol.
Is this even randomized?
That is forever the question, isn't it?
Dragon Claw's really bad here, by the way.
It is. There's a reason I'm changing his weapon. You know what else is bad here? The Excalibur.
Excalibur is also super terrible here. Enhancer's pretty good though.
Yeah, I'll take that.
If you proc that flare, Enhancer is incredibly good.
So Rexol as a boss is weak to ice and absorbs holy. So that's why I had to go through and change out the Dragon Claw and the Excalibur.
Remember that whole conversation we had earlier in this seed about how holy is like the most overrated element in the entire game?
Yep, like Pearl is a really great spell. That's a Gigavolt.
Oof.
Oh, can
Pearl
we not?
Wind?
Can we
Why
not
are
do
they-
that?
Why are they doing Pearl Wind?
Because these flags apparently hate me.
They're not that high level. I guess Pearl Wind is just a low level spell, but oh my goodness, that's not good at all. Oh, this is really bad.
So we're just going to keep jumping there with Shadow, because when he's off screen, he can't be hurt.
It's true. Oh my goodness. Bold Edge and Pearl Wind here.
Bold
oh my
Edge.
goodness, and Plasma?
My kingdom
not
for a dragon horn. No, really? Really? Okay. Let me think
This is-
about this.
Remember when we were just talking about make sure you don't save over your save spot? Stuff like Vanilla Rexol is a great reason why you don't want to get stuck here.
Yep, I'm just thinking about what possible... I don't want to abandon the check yet.
No, I mean, I've unequipped a Moogle Charm and just seen what was here. Last time I did it, it was level 10, level 20, level 30 magic. I don't want to jinx you, but that's just what it was. So, I mean, don't take that as a jinx, but
I mean, it's a jinx. It's fine. Let's see. A couple of levels could certainly help. It is Leader.
Yo, that's not bad. You literally just got like 4,500 experience from the leader.
So this is, again, what's showing up is that plus 20% bosses in the random encounter table.
It's not bad at all.
But because
Wow.
we have bosses who are who give XP, this is still actually a viable fight for me.
Yep, the leader is one of the better fights you can find. That's a 5670 experience. Plus, you're getting a black belt every time you beat one.
Right.
So it's like, even if you don't want the black belt, they sell for like 3,000.
Absolutely. So I'm going to try to do one more here and then try that fight again.
Yeah, no, leveling up could help a lot here. Welk, are you serious? Ravelin, this is what I'm talking about, man. Plus 20% seems to be an awful lot more than 20%.
Oh, that was fast there, Welky.
Oh my goodness.
Could you have not done that, please?
That was a quick grew. Oh, and a bolt edge as the counter. That's not great. That's not great.
The downside to both Leader and Welk is that I'm not going to get any magic points from these.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I've got some like fantastic spells that I would love to learn.
Ooh, well, this will take care of Welk probably.
There we go.
Oh, I'm surprised the Edgars didn't do it, but Cyan, way to go. This is going to be another like 6,000 experience though, isn't it?
Almost exactly. I was thinking it's going to be another 2, maybe 3 levels. So my enemies should be around level 21. I should be slightly higher level than them now.
So this should be a little bit better. Your yeah, I don't know. Pod bracelet's always a an option if you need to
Oh, that is true.
protect against that magic attack.
Well, let's see how it goes now.
Pod bracelet's very good. I really like pod bracelet, even if it's just bad Marvel shoes. Sometimes you just don't get Marvel shoes, and it's fair.
Sometimes bad Marvel shoes is as good as you're going to get.
Yeah. Interceptor, jeez Louise.
Oh, I suppose I could also be runicking with Cyan here.
Yeah, he would have runic the reflects, but
some of the other things that have been getting me here might also.
maybe, like, because the bolt edge won't get runicked. It's weird.
It's worth a shot. We'll see.
It's worth a shot because Gigavolt also, I believe, does not get runicked.
Well,
So
Plasma doesn't.
Plasma also doesn't get runicked. Yeah, the things that I was seeing, I was like, I don't know if runic's really worth it.
Or it can just do enough damage.
Holy crap! Okay. Well, there you go. That's what a good couple levels will do in this randomizer, I guess.
And
Especially when you're lucky enough to get a couple bosses as your grind enemies.
absolutely. So, these seeds have not been particularly kind to me. Ooh, Palador. Palador's a fun Esper.
Palador is an Esper as heck. That is a good one.
While these seeds haven't been particularly kind to me, I think they've been really good at showing ways of problem solving to get through a sticky situation.
Starlet's not bad either, but Palador's won me some seeds.
That's another strength plus 2 Esper. You can just sort of sit on that, I guess.
Palador also teaches you Muddle, which is pretty good specifically for, I don't know what else, but Katana Soul, which is one of your trap chests, and the trap chest that gives you Offering specifically. If you muddle the Katana Soul, he'll use Slayer Edge on himself, which will auto kill him, and you will get a bunch of gold and an Offering out of it.
Yeah. So here's where we're at right now. We have 3 characters and 6 Espers, and our magic situation looks pretty good.
Yeah.
We know that the Cave in the Veld does not have another character. That's what we need right now, is more characters.
Yep.
So that's Floating Continent or Kefka at Narsh.
Oof. That's not great. I mean, that's not a great set of options.
I'm thinking Floating Continent.
Yeah, I mean, Kefka at Narsh has the downside of alienating one of your existing characters.
Yeah.
And so I would have also gone with Floating Continent here. You're over leveled right now, which is a big deal.
My enemies just gained 6 levels.
But you gained levels off of that Rex Soul.
Fair.
Garmin Commando is basically free if you can do some magic damage or defense ignoring damage.
I mean, Flare will do it.
Flare is, I would say that Flare is magic damage of some description. Yeah, the issue with Garmin Commando is it's a pretty easy fight if you have magic damage. Garmin Commando, for some dumb reason, have really high physical defense. Ice 2, even Ice 2 on all is going to be very effective against them.
Yeah, and I did forget to put back on my Holy Elemental equipment.
Yes. As of right now, that's not going to backstab you.
So now that you've said that...
Yep, you're going to run into like Rex Soul here as a plus 20%. Ultros is fine.
Is this... I don't...
This is Ultros. It looks like the Ultros 2. It looks like the Opera House Ultros.
No, this is the Chumpan Ultros.
No, this is French Vanilla. Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's just a little too early.
Yeah, no, it's hard to tell on the airship because the airship won't let you have the pincer attacks like you usually would with Ultros 2. But yeah, no. Ultros, you've got the Ice 2. Ultros or Chupon is weak against ice. The only bummer here is that you don't get any experience points out of this.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
And floating, usually when you go for Floating Continent, you're looking for experience points out of these fights to get yourself ready for the double shot of boss fights you're going to hit after the 3 scripted fights.
Gosh darn it.
You've got to be kidding me. That's ridiculous. That's not good.
It'll be fine. But you can see Shadow is starting to do some ridiculous damage with very basic magic spells. So this is something that I say a lot, and Esper bonuses are not required. They are absolutely not required. You can 100% beat the game without much difficulty without Esper bonuses, but with them, you can blow it away.
Good golly, are they helpful? Okay, well, we'll see who boss number 1 here is in a second.
Good news is, between boss 1 and boss 2, you are going to get a free heal.
Yes, this is true. Vargas is free Shavakadu. You love to see Vargas. Basically, anywhere you see Vargas, you're happy to see Vargas.
Interceptor is doing a lot of work right now.
Yeah, Interceptor, Shadow. That's kind of why I like Shadow. That's why I like to take Shadow. He's got good physical stats. And then on top of that, if you give him like a Zephyr Cape and beads, you can get his evade up so high that if you count his evade plus the Interceptor random evades, like he just never gets hit.
We're just finding this squid all over the place.
Yeah, you know. And this is Ultros 1. This is the free one. So yeah, Floating Continent. Here we go. That's a one shot. That's a one shot. Yep. All right. Good work. Good work, Edgar. It's not a character. That's a bummer.
Yeah, I'm hoping that there's one at the end of the floating continent then.
Yeah. Or that this is like a great Esper.
So right now, all 3 of my characters are sitting on stat boosts. Again,
Yeah.
let's
There's
see.
a
Are we?
noise.
It's a katana soul.
There's that noise blaster. Too bad you don't have it. Oh, you have did somebody learn muddle?
Not yet.
Well, I believe anyway. In my last seed, I ran into Katana Soul here, and I had a dance, and I did Love Sonata, and I got Spectre.
There you go.
Spectre confuses, and Katana Soul got confused, and he didn't use Slayer Edge, and I was very upset about it, but I ended up winning the fight anyway. So, yeah, you're just doing so much damage here. Uh-oh. Yeah, you're just doing so much damage here that I wouldn't super stress about it. I mean, when I say you, I mean specifically Edgar is doing so much damage here.
Ooh, that bolt 3 is not the greatest,
Oof! At least it wasn't a solo target.
but it's fine. We
Yeah,
good.
no, that's an offering. That's an offering, and it should be like 48,000 gold pieces.
Now, there is some discussion on whether or not.
Oh, it's 65,000. How did you get 65,000 with only 3 characters?
I don't know. Probably the level of the katana soul.
Maybe, yeah. Discussion. What were you saying?
Who should wear the offering?
I mean, I'm a big fan of Genji Glove offering, but you lose the Ragnarok critical and you lose the Ragnarok flare proc if you put the offering on him.
Which makes me less inclined to do that.
I usually like offering on Illumina characters, not Ragnarok characters.
Because Flare is good against anything, but Pearl has a tendency of healing the enemy.
Yep. I don't really know who gets the offering here, honestly. I think I mean, the Genji Glove offering is like the easy mode choice. The thing is, Shadow is jumping, right?
Right.
He has an Aura Lance. I feel like offering Aura Lance is pretty good. I think it's good enough to stop from jumping.
But realistically, he's going to be my mage.
Yeah, and Cyan.
Because if you look, his magic power is now 55.
Yeah, that's true. Because he's your mage now. So Cyan has what's Cyan's deal? He has runic.
Yeah.
And he has, what's his weapon? Dragon Claw. Can equip an aura. This is a tough choice.
So I actually think I'm just going to hold on to the offering for now.
Yeah, I mean, I would. Just because, I mean, the alternative is unequipping the experience eggs because you don't want to unequip the other stuff you have.
Right, and I don't want to unequip the experience eggs right now because every level these characters are gaining, any character that joins me is also gaining those levels.
Yeah, because you have average join, I'm assuming. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, this is free. You have Ice 2 with a very, very, very skilled mage. And if you want, you can just runic. You can
I could.
make it. Oh wait, I forgot because scale element doesn't mean that they're going to be using magic. And I keep forgetting this when I'm fighting characters like Magi Master, where I just throw on wall rings and assume it's going to be a victory, but it's not necessarily going to be a victory. Oh, Ifrit, can you chill out, please? Yeah, by the way, Ifrit is one of those wonderful doesn't take damage from Pearl.
Yep, but the Ragnarok is still doing decent damage, as evidenced by the fact that he's now dead.
Yeah, no, that would be a good piece of evidence, I would say. I think the enemy dying is good evidence that what you're doing is working.
Hey, look. It's another experience egg.
My goodness. Well, that's 4 in case you want your entire party to have experience eggs once you get a 4th character. Finally. By the way, where's your 4th character? This is ridiculous.
The answer, I am afraid 2 seeds in a row on these flags might be Kefka at Narsh.
That's just a bummer. When are you going to get an actual, like, good representation of a tutorial seed, Ravlin?
I think this is a good representation of the fact that rando's gonna rando.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, really?
Tentacles?
We're gonna do this right now?
On the timer. There's... Oh, my God.
Edgar's doing 6,000 damage at a shot. I think we're gonna be okay.
Yeah, you're fine. Until he gets seized. In which case... you're going to have an issue. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Cyan, can you block any more? Cyan. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, that's... Yep.
Tentacles is not a particularly enjoyable fight to find here, but looks like we're probably going to be okay.
Yeah, it looks like you're going to be okay. This is all kind of thanks to the fights you found earlier, that leader in that Welk fight.
Yeah.
You got a little bit ahead of the curve, and now you're just kind of staying ahead of the curve. Cyan, you're out of control, dude. Interceptor is also out of control.
I have been not so secretly petitioning Atma to change the name of the ability discard to Yeet.
Yeah, you also told me about that, and I am in favor. If my vote counts for anything.
Okay, so we're going to take advantage of the all escape
my
flag. Not going to deal with that.
Oh my god. Good thing you have that all escape flag on, because that's not a winnable fight.
Hey, look, it's another drill.
I wonder what the drill is at the Coliseum. That's not a winnable fight. That level 10, oh my god. And the Curly Larry and Mo, it just doesn't get better, does it? All right, so this fight, you want to kill one of them as quickly as possible.
Yeah, generally the one on top, because he's the one who can life to his brothers.
Yeah, you want to kill Curly. He's the one on top. He absorbs fire. You can see because he's red. If all 3 of them are left alive for too long, then they will do Delta Hit, which is, you know, it just stones one of your characters and you can't do shit about it.
The memento ring and the safety bit do block that.
That's true. Yeah. As well as the ribbon.
Yes. But turns out Edgar with those swords is doing a lot of work here.
Yeah, and the other part of this is if you beat the red and yellow one, the blue one will sometimes just run away. When I saw that Pearlwind do quad 9s, I was a little bit afraid, but it turns out, oh no, it's Go-Go. That's not great.
Listen, fine.
We were looking for characters, but not that character.
So the nice thing that character select screen allowed me to do was make it so that I only have one person in my party, so that I can come here and do Zone Eater with only one person waiting to get engulfed instead of everybody.
Yeah, for sure. And that's definitely something that I literally always forget to do. I think Edgar has the... Oh, he doesn't have the Moogle Charm. Okay. I was going to say...
I thought it for a second, but I'm like, no, he has the Genji Glove and an XP egg. We know this.
Yep. Yes, we do know that he has the Genji Glove and the Experience Egg.
Zone Eater, do we need to have a chat?
Zone Eater does have 2 attacks that he does. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no, usually drink break when I show up at the Zone Eater fight, because I usually have four characters in my party when this happens. But yeah, no, the cool part about this is there's no bosses, there's no fights that you really have to worry about. There's a lot of loot. There's green men here that are.
Oh crap!
Yeah, no, he's the worst. Anyway, you're gonna get some cool loot down here. Don't worry about it.
So I know one thing that
Maybe not.
we are working on sort of behind the scenes is to change how the tiering works. So that things like treasure chests here, maybe in the Zone Eater, would be of a higher tier than South Figaro.
Yeah, because, well, I actually have never gone here without Go-Go. Is the spot what is blocked here, or is it the Zone Eater itself?
So if you don't have Go-Go, I'll actually show you. There is a green man standing right here.
Oh, wow, okay.
Immovable, so you cannot get through.
Okay. Yeah, I've literally never gone here, because why the hell would you ever do it without Go-Go?
Right.
So that's very interesting. Oof, this is pretty slow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I take this one pretty safe because that collapsing ceiling will give you a game over.
Yeah, it just straight up game overs you, and it's not a very forgiving collapsing ceiling.
What would a forgiving collapsing ceiling be? I'm not entirely sure I understand.
It would probably just put you at like 1 HP instead of just killing you entirely.
Well, there goes my controller, has decided to...
Sick.
So I've got... Nope, there we go.
Nice. Whoop, or not.
I have a power cord here somewhere. Give me a moment.
Okay. Anyway, I will entertain chat in the meantime. Did you know that the Go-Go in Final Fantasy VI and the Go-Go in Final Fantasy V may or may not be the same Go-Go in different continuities, depending on how much you care? Did you know that? That's very interesting, isn't it? Go-Go as a mimic in Final Fantasy V obviously is a lot more charismatic and has a lot more character to him than the one in Final Fantasy VI. Final Fantasy VI one, there was a lot of fan theories that Go-Go... Oh, you're back. Thank you. Oh, wow. I didn't know if I could carry this on. Anyway, there's a lot of fan theories that the Go-Go in Final Fantasy VI is actually Daryl, or alternatively is Rachel. So there's a running theme of lost loves being the true identity of Go-Go in Final Fantasy VI. But, you know, the presence of Go-Go in Final Fantasy V kind of just leads credence to it's just a meme character. That's not a character.
Nope.
Unbelievable. Guess what? Guess what, Ravlin? Guess what that means?
Kefket Narsh.
Yeah, although you did get Siren, which is another good Esper.
Absolutely. So, there is one more theory as to who Go-Go is.
Okay.
And I'm going to need you to bear with me for a second because I am not bullshitting you.
I'm ready to bear with you. Listen, it's 5:30 in the morning here. If I'm here for the long haul. So you just go ahead.
There is a theory that Go-Go is presidential candidate Michael Dukakis.
Okay.
I cannot remember why off the top of my head people think this, but it is something that you can Google, and I encourage you to do so and read the theory.
Alrighty then. I will do that later. Wow. Okay. Michael Dukakis.
I can't make that one up.
Okie dokie. I'll have to, you know what? I'll have to investigate that. I'll have to use my own powers of deduction and information gathering. Oh my god, this sucks, Traveling. This sucks so much, Ravelin. Oh, that's not good. Strago is not a good character to find when you're looking for characters.
And why is that? Why am I less than pleased?
Because Strago has 3 checks that he opens up. One is the Fanatics Tower, which sucks. The other is the Burning House, which sucks. And the other is Ebot's Rock, which sucks. At least Fanatics Tower, you can check to see what it's going to give you in advance. But the Burning House and Ebot's Rock, no such luck.
So I think my goal, my next step is going to be peak Fanatics Tower.
Yes, obviously. That's the play every time. Because also Fanatics Tower has a dragon. So if you want to do Fanatics Tower, you just go ahead and do the dragon on your way up.
Because I do have to kill 4 dragons here.
Yeah, Chatternook's a bad boss, by the way. I just don't like it.
You don't like Charby?
You're probably going to absolutely demolish this boss, but I just want to go on record saying I just don't like this boss very much.
Can you not charm my
That's
most
very
powerful
rude.
character?
That is quite rude, Chatternook. Oh my god!
Huh. Uh-huh.
That's quite rude, Chatternook. So for all of that stuff where we were talking about how Holy is just a really bad elemental, against Chatternook, it's actually a pretty good elemental.
I mean, it is a demon after all, so you would expect it to be weak to Holy Element.
Yep. And as usual, pretty much everything's weak to Flare, so...
I mean, if it's weak to taking damage, it's weak to Flare.
Yo. Even I am weak to taking damage.
Edgar's going to fall behind in levels. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to keep him any longer.
Oof. Man, too bad. Hey, at least you have Strago. You know, maybe he'll have Shock or something. Like, I don't know. Strago could be worth it.
He has Steel.
That's not very good. I mean, it's that or Go-Go, so, like, you obviously take Strago, but the reason, I guess I should say, that you take Strago over Go-Go is that Strago can equip Espers and, as such, get Esper bonuses on his level ups. Yeah, but Steel's not a good ability.
So the first thing that I really want him to learn, because at this point he's probably going to be in my final party.
Yeah.
Is Break, so that he can cast Break on Tier 1 and Tier 2 of the final Kefka fights.
Yep. There's also, you have an X Zone Esper, which also works against those 2 spots.
Yep.
So, like, you have a lot of backups. And you know what? At this point, how many Espers do you need?
2 Espers.
Okay. I mean, if one of them's Odin or Raiden, those are also...
Or Shoat.
Or Shoat, for that matter. There are a lot of options available to you.
Yep. While I'm here, I might as well go check out the Thief in Zen.
Yeah. I mean, you're over-leveled for it. So, you're over-leveled in general, so, like, I think you've earned a free check, Ravlin. Also, you had that Katana Soul cache, so...
So that Valiant
Knife
Knife with an offering is actually...
That makes a lot of sense. That Valiant Knife and offering makes a whole lot of sense. That's pretty good.
So we'll put that on you, and you'll take an XP egg because...
Welcome to the party, Strago. You are a Moogle Charm mule.
So if I can find a second Valiant knife, which, you know, it's not going to be in this shop, but I'm going to check the weapon shop
I mean,
anyway.
you don't know that.
Like I said, it's not going to be in the shop.
Well, it was worth a shot.
So a Valiant knife is a very particularly powerful weapon. It ignores the enemy's defense.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Well, a chunk of the damage ignores the enemy's defense.
Yes. You are more technically correct, which is the best kind of correct.
I shouldn't... For a tutorial seed, for all intents and purposes, the Valiant knife ignores the enemy's defense.
And it does this by... there's just a percentage... Or for every HP the user is missing... That is an additional damage.
I cannot believe Fanatic's Tower is not a character, dude.
Come on, Rocky, I guess?
So the big point about Valiant Knife is if you have the offering, what also is the case for Valiant Knife is that since the offering attacks 4 times, it cuts the physical attack in half. But... because it's the Valiant Knife and its damage is based off of how much HP you're missing, it does not cut that in half. So if you're missing like 2,000 HP, you're doing minimum 2,000 damage per strike, even if you have the offering on, which is pretty damn good.
12. This is an incredibly slow Ebots rock.
Yeah. Welcome. Oh no, dude.
Nope.
Yeah, you gotta say no. If you say yes, you have to start the count over again.
17. You need 22 pieces of coral.
Mm-hmm.
20.
And also love to see the save point when you get close to that 22.
So that should be 22. I would like a few extra in case I've miscounted.
I don't believe you have, but you just really want to see the save point here. Not the exit, the save point. You're just getting ones.
Yep, no save point for me.
Here we go. All right. Well, hopefully this doesn't suck.
At this point, I would like to see... Sorry, I should have shadow checked off there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, I don't think it really matters what character it is at this point.
You just want a character.
Yeah.
Oh, Narapa. That's a good one. It's a good one to find. There are not very many spots that I'm unhappy to see Narapa. Man. Even without missing any HP, that is a lot of damage from that Valiant Knife.
Well, in a minute, I'm going to... Ooh.
Ooh, it is a character.
Ha-ha!
Oh, man. It's still not great, but...
Setzer gives me 2 checks. He also comes with health, which is not really that relevant, so he's going to stay behind.
Yeah, nope. Setzer stays on the airship.
But while I'm here in Phasma, I might as well grab a couple of things.
Yeah. Are you running shuffle shops or random shops?
So these are random tiered.
Okay. It's another Zephyr cape. It's a good item when you don't have experience eggs on all of your characters.
Yes. So I will say that I think the experience eggs were really what broke this seed open and made it a reasonable to do.
I mean, I wouldn't say reasonable. I think you would be fine on this seed, but you're cruising at this point.
Yes.
You are super cruising. Experience egg is a very powerful item. That find in the Colosseum where you got that experience egg basically free from the gold bear, like that's just
It's gravy.
that was gravy. That was just incredible luck.
I mean, I said it before, I'll say it again. I'd rather be lucky than good.
You know what, Ravlin? You deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. And speaking of things you deserve, you also deserve a couple free checks here, which this is a free check. Since you're so over leveled, you lose nothing by checking that. Like, okay, sure, your enemy's got 3 levels out of that. Who cares? You're on cruise control, right?
Yep.
Like, that's what I like to think about. Like, if you are so over leveled, you can start checking the things that are not beneficial to you necessarily, but will give your enemies 3 levels because you're more than 3 levels ahead. You get ahead of the curve and it just becomes so easy to just go get those free checks.
Yes. And that's a little bit of a different perspective than, say, progress times 2, because those free checks are giving your enemies less power. So in progress times 2, just cruise through and get all of your free checks almost mindlessly.
Yeah, no, you might as well, because 2 levels and 3 levels, a big difference between 2 levels and 3 levels.
In almost every damage formula in the game, yours, enemies, doesn't matter. Level is going to be the most important aspect of that damage formula that you have control over.
Yep.
And it's for that reason, like, the extra stats you can get from Esper level bonuses are nice, but they do less than just gaining a level will.
Yeah, and especially because you are running average characters join at average level. If you're running characters join at their vanilla level, it may be worth it to throw like a magic power +1 or magic power +2 Esper on a character like Realm or Celeste or Terra. Because if they join at level 3 and they get that Esper bonus all the way from level 3 up to level 30, their stats are going to be out of control.
But we can,
good.
we can see with the magic power +1 from Golem, Shadows at 67, Magic, Edgar's at 106, and Cyan's at 74 Vigor. So it certainly does have an effect, but that is almost entirely, you can recreate that with just gaining a few more extra levels.
Yeah, just raw levels will also, because the level being such a big part of the multiplier. Master Pug here gives you a greatest, which is one of the worst freaking weapons in the game, in my opinion. But,
that's just because it's a Pearl Elemental knife.
Yeah, prove me wrong.
It's a lot better than the Air Lancet.
Okay. Like, so are most weapons in the game.
And hey, this is a Celis.
That's a character. Nice. Greatest sells for a bunch. That's why I don't just reset whenever I see Master Pug. A lot of this, and this goes for a lot of randomizers, is it quicker to reset, or is it quicker to just deal with the bad thing that you've been presented with?
And in a lot of cases, it's just quicker to kill it and move on.
Yeah, like that Master Pug, you demolished it. No problem at all.
Woo!
Holy mackerel! That rapier did a lot of damage.
This is normalized stats kicking in there.
Yup.
Which is a setting that I like because it does make it a little less mindless.
Right.
There's Edgar falling behind again, sleeping on the job.
Dang, Edgar, you're lazy. You're a layabout. Well, you got Celeste, and I think outside of the fact that you got a character which you needed to get. Oh my gosh, Sketch, really? You got Magitech Research Facility, which is one of the most efficient checks in the whole game.
It is. However, I'm going to double check my Esper count. I think I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I only need one more.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You need one more. How many characters are you looking for?
It's a 7-10 seed.
Oh, never mind. Okay, yeah, no, I would definitely just go to Auction House then.
Yep. Don't know why I landed next to Zen.
Yeah, I thought it was 8 for some reason, but yeah, no, I would definitely just go to Auction House at this point.
And I need to kill 4 dragons. 2 of them are in Kefka's tower, so I'll take those 2. And I don't think I've killed any other dragons, not through lack of trying.
You tried. You did try. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out. That Skull Dragon should be pretty easy at this point, though.
I think...
Ooh!
Would that Skull Dragon be quicker than going to Mount Zozo, or quicker than going to Narsh?
I mean, if the Narsh Dragon is like the Blue Dragon, and you die to it, then definitely.
Sure.
Also, Ice Rod for 10k every time.
I mean, normally you get it for about 3k, but yes. If you go to the auction house in the World of Ruin and you buy the other items, they get removed from the pool.
You've got to be kidding me. This is ridiculous.
Although ice shields are good.
Oh my goodness! This is even better!
Come on.
Dude, Ice Shield's really, really good for 20k. That'll sell for like 43k in most situations.
I mean, or I can just use it, because my shield situation has been abysmal.
I mean, but what I mean is like you buy it for 43k.
Oh, sure.
That's a deal. That stonks. That stonks, Ravlin. You've got to be kidding me. No, but I've had like things like Atma Weapon here where I buy Atma Weapons for 10,000 gold and I just turn around and I sell them.
Absolutely.
Hashtag stonks.
The items in the World of Balance auction house you're able to buy them over and over again.
Yeah.
There are some of the like highly competitive racers who will occasionally go to the auction house early if they have some money, on the off chance that they find something like an Illumina.
Yeah.
That they can buy multiple copies of.
Yeah. And that's what I found with the Atma Weapon for 10k. I did that one time. I just kept going back and I was like, oh, okay, well, Atma Weapon for 10k. We're just going to keep buying Atma Weapons and we're going to sell them and we're going to buy all that cool stuff that I found in the shop.
Yep. So, if you're stuck, you can grind some levels, you can go to other checks, then you can, do some shopping, and that includes coming to the auction house or the Coliseum. And, sometimes you'll find something that's just completely busted, and sometimes you'll find a green cherry for 20k.
Yep. Sometimes they just want to buy a leather hat for 30,000 gold pieces, and you just let them do it.
Yep.
Anyway, Shiva, here we go. That's your 10th. That's your 10th Esper.
Yep. And I do need to get in and ban the bot from chat.
Yeah, I was seeing if I was a mod in your chat, and I'm not. So.
Well, I will figure out how to make you a mod.
In the meantime, do you want to become famous?
See, here's the thing. I actually forget how to do this because I've never really done it.
Yeah, you just click on their name, and then it'll...
There we go.
Yeah.
Ban.
See ya!
And actually, if you put a message in my chat, I will make you a mod right now. While I'm here.
Thank you.
Thank you. So there we go. We're now at 710.
710-0.
710-0, right. But he has learned break. Let's try to find... Let's put some life, too. I'm going to try to make Strago into a sort of...
Yeah, what does Shiva give us, by the way? I don't did you even check it?
Shh. It gives
Dude,
us flair.
I forget the thing. Oh my goodness! Oh, I forget the Esper that you get at the end of Magitech Research Facility all the time, because you get it and then you fight a boss. And you're just like, well, I've completely forgotten that is a thing that you can actually, get a benefit from.
There we go.
Merton strats, it's funny how often I've had Merton strats. Merton strats being if you can get your entire party to either absorb or nullify fire, you can just cast Merton forever, and it's a super high powerful spell, and it just destroys everything in your path.
And if you have fire absorption, it's also a healing spell.
Yeah, no, it's really great. And it's funny, if you play with random recipients of natural magic, for some reason I've found that natural magic just has a knack for teaching whoever has natural magic Merton. And so you just get Merton. You just
win.
You just win. Oh my gosh, these vanilla dragons. Oh, that dirt dragon just took its love and it took it down.
Well, Cyan's just standing there doing 8k damage, blocking the Hone Tusk.
Oh, well, oh my gosh, the Hone Tusk. I mean, at this point, I'm assuming Hone Tusk is going to one-shot whoever it hits. But if they keep blocking it, then that's not going to be a problem.
And him doing landslides instead of quakes, I'm okay with.
Yeah, no, this is a strictly better dirt dragon than vanilla, I would say.
Bye, Strago. Oh, please don't die.
Yeah, no, holy crap, that's just a casual 8,000. Oh, well. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, well, Hone Tusk is almost definitely going to one-shot whoever it hits.
It occurs to me, I really don't need to have...
Ooh, that Magus Rod, though.
Have XP eggs on anymore.
Yeah, probably not.
So let's do a little bit of menuing here.
Yeah, the Magus Rod you just picked up is a big deal. It's one of the better weapons in the game. Finding the dirt dragon is great because it will 100% of the time give you a Magus Rod when you beat it. If you're going the spellcaster route, it is just a very good angle to take.
Yes. All right, one dragon down.
Okay.
Let's head to... Well, since we're right here, Mount Zozo should be fairly close and fairly quick.
Yeah, you have warp shards, right?
I think I still have some.
Or warp stones. Warp shards is a time spinner thing. Sorry. Yeah, no, if you have warp stones, it's definitely worth it.
Too many randos there, Wef.
Yeah, I play too many randomizers. It's definitely a thing.
But certainly not a problem.
No, definitely not a problem. Like, what? Did I play, I think I played 4 time spinner randomizer seeds today.
Then we played a free enterprise, and you played at least one Worlds Collide.
Yep. No, I was streaming for over 12 hours today.
And you're still going, which I'm surprised you're still with me at 6 a.m.
Yo, you know me. I'm powerful as heck.
On the off chance you do something particularly obnoxious.
This is the Skull Dragon, right?
It is, but because of these scaled elemental abilities, I can't perfectly predict what it'll do.
Yeah. Because it had Atomic Ray earlier. It might have Flare Star or something.
Fire 3. But that
helped a lot, actually, because it dealt damage to Cyan.
Yeah, I'm like, that kind of backfired on you there, buddy.
Yeah, that was a good man. Edgar did a lot of damage there, and then Cyan just casually did over 20,000. And yeah, I don't know how anything is going to live through that. And yeah, Muscle Belt plus another Ice Shield. What?
Just ice shields everywhere.
So far, both the dragons you have killed have given you ice shields.
Yep. I'm actually going to head and do the Narsh one as well. I can still Warp Stone out, and again, it's just a little bit safer than doing one with like half a party.
Yeah, in terms of shields that you could get, Ice Shield is, in my opinion, the best one, because the thing on Kefka Phase 2 that turns you into zombies is weak to ice. So if you're going to get shields, that's the one you want. In my opinion. You can feel free to prove me wrong.
It seems entirely reasonable to me. I'm actually going to leave Siren on you, leave Golem on you.
Oh yeah, it's all about stat bonuses at this point.
Well, a couple of spells are good to learn, but mostly Strago's going to learn them because he's sort of going to be that utility clutch caster.
Yep. Well, you have him learn Remedy already. Remedy is a big one.
And he has Break as well.
Yeah. Yep.
I haven't actually found any ribbons this seed. I do particularly like wearing ribbons to deal with the silence from Train, although I don't think that's really going to be that relevant because so much of my damage is not magical.
Yeah, one of your best defenses against Train is just not having to use magic. All right. Oh, it's a red dragon. And you get a preemptive attack on it. And Cyan's not healed, so like everything is just kind of super in your favor here. And it's dead. Yeah. Valiant Knife. Remember when we were talking earlier about how Valiant Knife is really good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There you go. Valiant Knife. Very good. And there's Flare.
There's
Strato.
Another offering.
Yep. I mean, I don't even know if you even want that.
So we've got Fenrir. You don't need Tritalk. You can have Palador, Siren, and Golem. So I've got all of the espers that I really want for Kefka, for the final Kefka battle set up, so I'm not going to change espers again at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be super cheeky, you can teach Cyan quick. But that's like if you want to be really, really cheeky.
Yeah. So we're going to have Cyan.
Which is something I would definitely do. But, you know, I'm just a cheeky little jerk. I would just be like, wouldn't it be really, really funny if I just taught Cyan quick and he just did 2 turns in a row with that Valiant Knife? Yeah. That's just something dumb that I would do.
And that is something that you could actually use if you time it correctly after Fallen One.
Oh my goodness. After Fallen One, that would be a Jeej. That would be so much damage.
Yep. That would end the seed.
Yeah, that would be GG
what am I doing?
at that point. That would be a Jeej.
Give me a Moogle Charm on you, and you can have anything except an Ice Shield, because those are going to get broken.
Yep.
And just because Go-Go's like this, Eh.
Runic is good, I think.
Yeah, Runic is probably the best of a series of mediocre choices.
Right, like, just in case. Like, you just don't know what you're going to need. And Runic as your... I mean, if you're going to run with Go-Go, Runic as a defensive maneuver is one of the best things you're going to run into.
Yeah. And again, just like the last seed in these particular flags that I ran, where I ended up doing a lot of leveling with a few characters early, all of the characters have joined at a level where they are not useless.
Yeah, that's one of the cool things about average level. Oh my goodness, that red jacket. That's a good piece of equipment right there.
Because, Edgar needs to be even better, right?
Yeah, and the coolest thing about that is immunity to fire damage. There's that blue dragon.
We're just gonna... Edgar, calm down.
Edgar, settle down. Oh my gosh. Settle down, Edgar. Oh my gosh.
Scariest dragon, you say?
It is the scariest dragon. El Nino sucks. Clean Sweep's bad. Aqua Rake is incredibly powerful. Edgar is also incredibly powerful. Magus Rod. Another Magus Rod is kind of crazy. I have been known in the past to equip a Genji Glove to somebody just so they could equip 2 Enhancers or 2 Magus Rods. I'm not above that.
Hey, if you need the extra damage output, absolutely.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if I needed it, but I thought it was funny.
More power to you.
Oh, Crystal Orb. Failing getting a gold hairpin or an economizer, I guess you could get a Crystal Orb.
You get a free heal at the beginning of this.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because I didn't heal Cyan before, and now he's at full health, which makes me just a little sad.
Wait, really? Oh, it's Niles and Fraser. And the Cranes cast Flare Star. Good old Strago with that ice shield on. You know what? They didn't know. They didn't know that that was a bad idea.
How could they know? They're cranes.
They couldn't have possibly known that it was a really bad idea at all. Oh, I thought they were going to do that to Cyan. Merton.
Merton's not great.
Oh, they didn't know. They couldn't have possibly known.
Oh, no.
Oh!
This is 2 seeds in a row where the enemy and I have died at the same time.
Ugh.
2 seeds in a row. Same set of flags.
Man. Remember how we found those Rage Rings and Blizzard Orbs early in the seed? And nobody could equip them?
Hey, guess what? Ice Shield protects against Merton.
Guess what? Yep. That Ice Shield seems like a good play here.
Lord Almighty. The other thing I can do with Strago is cast Life 3.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he only has Life 2.
Oof. Well, I mean...
But he does have Flare.
He does have Flare, which is not nothing.
I mean, that's a solid 4k damage.
I'm not going to spit in the face of 4,000 damage. Cyan, you could maybe not distribute damage evenly. That would be very kind of you to not do that.
So what do you call these cranes?
Niles and Fraser,
Why do you call them Niles and Fraser?
because they're the cranes. Fraser Crane and Niles Crane.
I am trying to make that one of the new accepted community names for bosses.
It should be. I wish I could take credit for it. Someone in my chat once called it Niles and Fraser, and I was like, that's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't even remember who did it, and I wish I could remember, but it's definitely something I wish I could take credit for.
So we've got Nile and Fraser the cranes. We've got the fire chicken or spicy chicken poltergeist. Realm is murder child.
Murder Child for sure.
I've started calling Gao Murder Child Light.
I mean, I don't know about the rest of the bosses, but yeah, I mean, the cranes, it just made too much sense. I mean, Dotaloom is obviously Daddy.
Oh, of course. How could I forget about Daddy? So while this isn't going to be a sub 2 seed, this is actually, for the amount of trouble we had at the beginning, this is going to be a very reasonable time.
Yeah, all those experience eggs that we got out of the Coliseum is fortuitous, I guess, to say the least.
So if someone were to play along with this seed, I would tell them to find the rename cards and go get those XP eggs early.
Yeah, that was actually the Debilitators that gave you the
Oh, the
experience.
Debilitators, that's right.
Yeah, you went because of the rename cards, but then you were just like, well, why not? And then you just went with the Debilitators and ended up being experience eggs. It was pretty lucky.
I've got 3 Debilitators. What am I going to do with them all?
Right? Like, I don't have anybody who uses tools. I wonder what these Debilitators give me. It could have been a tonic, but it ended up being experience eggs. So it was just very, very lucky. But you know what? You know what they say about randomizers, Ravlin? Is that they are
they're gonna rando?
random. Yeah, they're gonna rando.
Oh, hey, Poltergeist.
Speaking of, why don't you shrapnel cyan real quick? No, not stop. It's not what I said.
Do I have a stunner? Do I have anything that's helpful here? I do not.
Yikes.
Do I have any good magic? I've got flare.
Yeah, I mean, that'll do in a pinch. Best offensive spell short of Ultima?
Least situational offensive spell short of Ultima.
Oh my god. Oh, and then that's just rude. Well, at least, you know what? That gets rid of the stop.
It
Strider
does.
is life too.
Oh, I
And,
could have done it that way. That would have been better.
Oh, yeah, well,
Oh, no, it wouldn't. And you know why.
oh, because Valiant Knife.
Assuming we live.
Poltergeist, though. It's not a good find. Not a good find.
Poltergeist, I guess?
We're not excited to see Poltergeist here.
No one is ever excited to see Poltergeist.
Nah, not really. I don't know if I've ever been like, nice, sick, awesome, Poltergeist, except for like sarcastically.
Let's put on that wall ring.
Yeah. I don't know what that's. I mean,
If he casts stop again,
yeah. I mean, stop would be stop. Yeah. Stop sucks. It's bad. Oh, jeez. I forgot that you didn't do the dragon. Never mind. I was like, oh man, you didn't even save after the dragon, but you didn't do the dragon. So.
that's the one thing I really dislike about this particular part of Kefka's Tower is that the save point is so far back.
Yeah, I usually do things in a much different order than you are doing them.
Really?
Yeah, I do 3 first, then 2, then 1. and I just leave 3 on the save point. So after 2 and 1 are done, I just save and then do the rest of 3.
That's reasonable. I took this from the from watching all of the speed runs.
Yeah, the speed runs don't have to worry about Poltergeist at
Guardian.
At Guardian. So speed runs are one thing.
I know
kind
it's
of-
not the same.
That's kind of where, like, a lot of the times, since I don't really follow the speed runs or anything, like, a lot of the times when I'm doing randomizers, people will stop by in my stream and be like, wait, what is this? I'm like, I don't know, it's just a strat. And they're like, I've never seen this in my life. I'm like, all right, well, I mean, I don't know what the speed runs do, so I can't mimic anything, so I just find what works. And sometimes you end up with life lock, which I'm pretty sure I accidentally invented on Ashura.
Oh, yeah. If you
I have
manage to do that right.
I have yet to run into somebody who has said that they came across LifeLock independently, but LifeLock is just something I came up with. I was like, all right, well, this is what I have to do to finish this seed. Yo, it just straight up missed Strago, huh?
That's fine. I'll take that.
That's an A-OK outcome.
Whoa.
Psych rip.
So, greedy me would if you, really. Oh, thank God.
Oh my God, Strago, Strago, you're killing it, dude.
Greedy me would have just done another Phoenix down there to get the damage from the Valiant Knife.
Yeah.
But I've learned.
Yeah, no, that physical attack would have just straight up killed. And then this wave cannon would have definitely killed him. So, like, you know, now you're getting the damage from the Valiant Knife. It's a cool 18k or so.
Can we stop? I mean, ice shields are real good.
Did you know that ice shields are very, very good?
I mean, all of the elemental shields are my favorite items in this game.
Yeah, that's because they're incredibly good.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you, Fire Chicken, for being done now.
Yeah, there was no shrapnel that round. Did you notice how he did not shrapnel anybody that time?
Did you notice how I won that time?
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like there's some sort of correlation between those two facts. Shrapnel's unfair. Unless you have it. Shrapnel's great when you have it. It's very unfair when you don't have it, and it's being used against you.
Yep. So, Strago doesn't have Cure 2, so I'm hoping he learns it this next battle.
Yeah. That's usually what I do when I run. Oh my goodness. My party number 3 is usually my things that my party that needs improvement, or party that I would like to gain the most levels. Party 3 in Kefka's Tower, since it has so many.
Did you just
of the
use Hyperdriver?
Atmo weapon, just straight up using Hyperdrive. That seems fair.
So, again, welcome to Elemental
greed.
Tiered. Yep, greed is real.
The greed.
I also just saved.
Yeah, no, it's easy to be greedy when you just saved.
Really? That's obnoxious.
I believe. Yeah, who cares about Flare Star?
If
I'd be worried about another Hyperdrive.
If only Cyan wasn't one of the slowest characters in the game.
Mind Blast.
I think that's actually a bad thing.
Who uses this? What's that?
I don't.
Oh! What?
I guess Strago's not going to learn Cure 2.
Wait, hold on. Who uses Mind Blast in vanilla?
I don't know.
What is that?
I wonder if that's a Haydn thing. Because
It might be.
that's a guy whose abilities we rarely see.
It's just like, oh yeah, no, Mind Blast. We have this cool animation. Also, Strago's a statue now. Like, what? I mean, okay. I don't know if I've ever seen Mind Blast in my life. I was like, I don't know what this attack does.
I have seen it once before. Okay, let's
All right.
be kinder, please.
Maybe Atma. It could be Atma.
We also haven't seen the piranhas yet.
That would be nice. The piranhas would be very kind. Ghost Train, very kind.
Well, he's going to be doing, like, Pearl. Because, oh, God.
I mean, that's fine. If the best he's got is Wheel for 2K, like... Well, this is a pretty weak, party, dude. Well, it's El Nino. Sick.
This party is Shadow and a couple of friends.
Yeah. Just waiting for that evil toot to come in and confuse Shadow, and then he'll hit himself for like 10,000, and then you'll die. Oh, there's another El Nino. Oof. This is an El Nino with single target, which still didn't end up mattering all that much, apparently.
Come on, Shadow. Oh. Or you can cast Pearl, too.
That's funny.
So in vanilla, he actually has Scarbeam, which is the weakest Pearl element attack in the game.
Yep.
So scaled
since we're
up,
scaling elements, he just straight up casts Pearl.
which is fine.
It's adjustable. It's dealable. You can deal with that.
I, in fact, have an idea on how I am going to deal with that.
I mean, you have a wall ring, don't you?
I do, and that's what I
Yeah.
just grabbed.
He's got 2 Zephyr capes on. Come on.
Yeah, and your point?
Zephyr cape's really, really good. You would expect him to just block the Pearl at that point with 2 Zephyr capes on, but, you know.
You think a lot of things. Hey, remember you were saying that,
Evil Toot! Evil Toot! Oh, he's berserked. That's not bad. Be a
Yeah.
lot worse.
it's not what I want. Hey,
Be a lot
look,
worse,
you've
though.
got some natural magic.
Yo, Celeste, shout outs. Look at you, Celeste. Good work. 3,500 is not nothing. Oh. Cure 2. Setzer, chill out. Setzer, what are you doing? Setzer!
That's just a
Back
health bug.
Setzer!
There's my Phoenix down. I'm not entirely sure why health causes this particular bug to happen, but it does. I didn't know you could jump while berserked.
I didn't either. That's interesting. I mean, that's good news. Holy mackerel, that's great news. All right, well, clean sweep. I did this once against Kefka with, of course, now that he only has one Zephyr Cape equipped, he gets that dodge.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I did this with Morph once, where Terra was Morph, and
It's been
She
nice
went-
knowing you, Setzer.
she went forward and did something, and then demorphed at the same time, sort of. And she was just like, I'm up here now. And then she just kept moving forward. She was like on Kefka's side of the battlefield.
Yep.
By the time that
Just an odd little vanilla bug. Okay,
Yeah.
Ghost Train, you need to die now, please.
oh my god, that El Nino. This will be like 30,000 plus at this point, right?
Okay, cast Pearl. I've got a wall ring on.
This has got to be like, what the heck? How much HP? Oh my god.
No. Oh,
Oh my
best boy
goodness.
interceptor.
Best boy.
Oh, still no?
Jump,
Cast Pearl.
jump, jump.
Just in time, too.
Oh my god. Let's go. This has got to be it, right?
We've said that at least twice now.
Like,
There
this
we
is gonna
go.
be like- I was going to say, how much HP does this guy have?
That is the hardest Phantom Train I have ever encountered.
Oh, for sure.
We do appreciate Shadow gaining levels, though.
Yeah. That was sketchy as hell, but we did it.
I mean, it's a randomizer. When has it not been sketchy as hell?
That's Kefka's Tower in a nutshell. It's like, well, this is a little sketchy, but we're gonna pull it out.
All right. At the risk
Aw.
of completely jinxing it, this party shouldn't have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what boss you could possibly run into at this point that would be an issue. Yeah, no, this is fine.
Umaro ain't it.
Tomorrow is not going to cause you any problems. All right, Go-Go's dead.
I mean, I didn't heal, so...
Eh. A flare proc would be nice, Edgar.
We're fine.
He didn't even green cherry.
I don't think he had the time to.
Yeah. He didn't. I don't think he was ever at like half H. Well, maybe, I don't know. Probably would have been his next turn. Anyway, Umaro was definitely not something that was going to present a problem. All right. So
I
here's where
almost
you just
warp
make sure
stoned
that
there.
you have your siren and your golem equipped and all that stuff.
I mean,
Very pessimistic of you to revive Go-Go, by the way.
have you been watching the same seed I've been playing? I just need to know. You call it pessimism, I call it I've been paying attention.
We'll see.
I could have double pod bracelet on.
Does that even...
No, it
It
doesn't.
doesn't do anything. Cherub down, I guess, for the freak quakes that might accidentally happen.
Have you been watching the same seed I have?
I mean, how would you possibly accidentally get the quake to happen with this party?
I don't even know the answer to that question.
Like you're not doing AoE at all with this party.
I mean, Valiant Knife is kind of AoE. It's untargeted.
I guess that's true. but like if you don't have that right hand dead by the time the face dies. Something went horribly wrong. Let's just say that. You had several misses in a row with break.
And X Zone. I have both.
Also X Zone, yeah.
Cyan, Shadow, Edgar, Strago, and the participants.
Shout outs to Go-Go at party number 5.
No. Don't want to do Palador.
Not yet. Come on.
But I am going to start, because I do have multicast Espers on.
Oh, yeah, multicast. You might as well Golem right now. There's no reason to not. Come on!
I don't have another... okay, it missed. Never mind.
Dude. It missed? What's Strago got on? He keeps, like, dodging the stops and the stones at this point. Like, what's he up to? What's that old man got up his really weird cloak sleeves?
Those were all meant to be targeted up at the face.
Ugh.
It's fine. It'll be fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Strago's not going to die because he's floating.
Up Cyan. Up Cyan. Up Cyan. Oh, good God.
Oh, boy. That's,
Oh, no, the face was already dead. Okay, we're good.
Oh, nice.
I missed the death sound.
All right, cool. I don't have your stream audio up.
Oh, you've missed me using my my soundboard at appropriate moments.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, no, I didn't want to get double Ravelined.
There's a dirty joke in there. Assume that I made it.
Yeah, no, I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I have assumed you've made it. I have made it in my own head, and there you go. Imp is rude. Imp is very, very rude. That's not what we want.
Can you stop missing? Okay, first I just need to siren here.
Yeah.
I actually don't think that being an imp is going to impact Cyan's life at all, except for the fact that I'm going to want him to cast Golem again.
Yeah.
Can remedy that, right? Probably not, actually.
It should work. Oh no, the item remedy works on imp. The spell remedy does not. Which, frankly, I think is really dumb.
For no reason.
Yeah, like I don't understand why, but it's just the way it is. I just noticed that if you really want to, you could Merton here.
I could. Okay.
Oh my God. Holy shit, Edgar. Settle down, sir. Love how that asshole got off Doom Tusk. Just... What? What are you doing? Oh, because he's a zombie. That's a problem. When the Valiant Knife guy's got... He's zombied. All good. You got him before his turn came up. No, you didn't.
But he did what I was gonna do anyway.
Hey, you know what? Here we go. 10 hits. Oh, that's a problem. Yo, the tail end of this 10 hits? Very positive outcome.
Very clutch.
Yeah, no, I would say that the tail end of that 10 hits was much better than the front end of that 10 hits. And fortunately, because of that earlier siren, you are in a really good situation here in terms of recovering from that.
From all of this.
Just all of that just happened. And you know, Cyan was the only one who got hit by quarter, which assuming, well, actually no, because Merton's not going to do any damage to it, to Cyan. So literally, this is best case scenario for you here.
I think so. I do need to green cherry him so he can put up Golem again.
Yeah, because you didn't put Fenrir on anybody, did you?
Nah, because I had Golem.
Yelp. Yeah, there's Whirlwind, so you have some number above 9999 damage to do, which... Yep, there's your Palador. Nice. Nice. You got that last fight in before Palador went up, I'm assuming?
I did, I think.
Yeah.
Wrong. That's...
Damn.
That,
Damn! Alright. That's not great. That's not super good. Oh, that's really not good. You did not want Backblade there at all. That was the worst case scenario, that Backblade. Oh! That Meteo missed, though. Uh-oh.
We're fine. I'm annoyed, but we're fine.
Yeah, Backblade was like the worst case scenario. You just did not want that desperation attack to happen at all. Oh, God. All that damage you did to front Kefka is not good.
Oh my god, she's still at 8,000 HP? Lord almighty.
Oh, well, now she's at like 16,000. That's rough. This Whirlwind might be a boon for you. Oh, it missed the one person that you wanted it to hit, so that's good.
We're fine. Still fine.
You got your golem up. Just an extra Aura Lance just chilling in your inventory.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Cyan. Let's go. Oof. If this isn't calmness. Okay,
There we
good.
go. We're good. We're good.
I was gonna say, if that's not calmness, that might be an issue, but it was. So there you go. Because if it wasn't calmness, it was gonna be another Meteo.
You say that like it could have caused a problem.
Exhale. All right, it's funny when like you're like looking at phase 3 of Kefka, like, oh my god, and then phase 4 of Kefka is like, all right, now this is basically GG at this point.
Yep. So my hope here...
I mean, your hope here is no Ultima.
Well, yeah. What I really want is him to do Fallen One.
Just gonna camp out on it. There it is. Oh my gosh. And that's yeah. That's a Palador. Shadow's gonna land. Here comes the counter. Or not.
Interceptor's the best
Interceptor. Unbelievable. Unbelievable job by the pupper. Alright, so here comes too much damage for Kefka to take, and this is Jeej, right? No?
Yes.
There you go.
Right there.
Good job, Chicago.
You know what? Tier 3 was a little rough there, but I think it's safe to say that I finished it in style.
Yeah, I agree. Tier 3 was like the sketchiest. All right, it's like 6:40 in the morning. I'm gonna go to bed.
Funny enough, so am I. I've got to get up at 3. I've got to go to a D&D session.
Well, at least that's more than 8 hours from now.
Barely, but yes.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it.
I really thought this was super fun. I'm glad I could accompany you on this. I hope this is a good educational tool. I'm sorry I dropped a couple F-bombs. I should have thought about that before I did.
I mean, it's going to get uploaded to YouTube, but, YouTube demonetizes this anyway because of the final music.
Really?
Yep. It's automatically copyright claimed.
Unbelievable.
So,
anyway, thanks for having me. It was super fun.
Thank you for joining me, and thanks everyone who's watching for joining me. Go ahead and I'm going to drop the link here to the website and the wiki. Assume that I typed that right. Join us there. This is part of Moogle's First Seed, sort of a guided experience through some early seeds. This was supposed to be an easier one, and it was. It still wasn't a kind seed, but I think for someone's second seed, this one wouldn't be too terrible. What do you think?
We had a little bit of advanced tech there.
A little bit, but certainly you didn't need to do the final battle that way with the swag strats, but
yeah,
it was there. So if you're not in the Discord in the Worlds Collide community, please join us. If you don't follow me, please drop a follow, because I've been recording one of these a day recently. Although once I get back to work this week, it'll only be on the weekends. But I look to be doing more, exploring different flag sets and how it changes the game.
Yeah, I would look forward to you exploring something I explored earlier today, which is each piece of equipment can only be equipped by specifically one character.
That's going to be an advanced one.
It was pretty advanced. I got 1 hour in and I was like, I'm done, and then I just aborted the seed entirely. So. Let's something to look forward to, I guess.
All right. So thank you so much for joining me, Wef. Thanks so much for joining me, viewers. Have a good night, morning, whatever time it is.
Have a wonderful evening.